Mr. Speaker, I fully concur with the statements made by the majority leader, but I just want to add a few matters which the Council of Governors uttered when they made a statement last week, and I was told that they were probably going to issue another statement today. Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker, in making their statement last week, they made a very atrocious statement. One of the things they said is that they are going to shut down the Senate, disband the Senate, that they are going to file a petition in the court to dissolve the Senate. Now, Mr. Speaker, I'd ask the Council of Governors to read the advisory judgment which arose out of a matter they had filed themselves in the Supreme Court. And I want to say from the floor of this House, there is no provision under the Constitution that you can use to dissolve the Senate. None at all. None at all. What you can dissolve Parliament. And those provisions are contained in Article 261, Sub-Article 5, 6, and 7. And it only arises, Mr. Speaker, I want to repeat just in case the governors continue to make those statements, if Parliament fails to enact any particular legislation within the specified time to enact legislation, it is not about the resolution under Article 271. In making that resolution, 217, we are not enacting legislation at all, and they should be aware of that distinction. In fact, in paragraph 91, the court made this clear. They said this, and I quote, "In this regard, we would have had no hesitation to invoke the provisions of this Article 261 of the Constitution had the Division of Revenue Act been one of the legislations unequivocally or at least tangentially included in the 5th schedule." They said they would have done it if it was one of the bills that are contemplated in the schedule. So I just want to tell them that, it is impossible for them to dissolve the Senate in these particular circumstances. And Article 217 makes it possible for us not to have an impasse, because Article 217, Sub-Article 7, says that when there is no resolution, the previous resolution, and I think it is Senators Okongo Mugeni, Senior Counsel, and I think Senator Faki, pointed this very clearly, that Article 217, Sub-Article 7, says that a resolution under this article that is approved under Clause B shall be binding until a subsequent resolution has been approved. So, Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker, as far as I'm concerned, there is no constitutional crisis, there is no impasse, and the Cabinet Secretary to the Treasury has the legal instruments, both on account of these constitutional provisions and on account of those provisions that have been cited by the majority leader. The second thing which the governors uttered, which were completely uncalled for and atrocious, and had a statement where they were saying that, the senators are extortionists. They said, and I heard, that the Senate, we are extortionists. Now, Mr. Speaker, if you take any newspaper on a daily basis on matters relating to Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act, you are more likely to find a governor on the first pages of the newspaper than you'll find a senator. Even today's newspaper, I don't see a picture of a senator here. It is all governors. It's all governors. And this has not occurred because it has just happened. It's because somebody has gone and made a complaint. I would advise the governors to go to Integrity House and make a report that on such and such a day there was a senator who asked me for a bribe or I witnessed an event of extortion. But this kind of wild statements, this kind of sensational statements are shameless and uncalled for. In fact, I would have thought the Council of Governors would sit together and said, we are an endangered species. What do we do in order to survive? Because at this rate, they are likely not to survive. Just on the newspaper alone, there are 8 of them. And I don't see a single senator. Whenever you see the Senate on the first page, it is on something else which is political and not. Yeah. So this is a statement that should not have come from the governors at all. And Madam Speaker, finally, I would want to say this on this issue, which is very important as far as I am concerned, that Madam Speaker, the governors, and I've got a lot of respect for many of governors, so many of them are my friends. If those who attended the burial of Governor Laboso in the middle of contention of how much money should go to the counties, it was the governor, the chairman of the Council of Governors, who is my party leader, who said 316 million is enough. What are we complaining about? What are we complaining about? It is them at a meeting with the executive who said that 316 billion shillings is enough. When we were struggling to make sure that we get what the counties deserve, and they refused. In fact, if governors knew their work in the county, they should have supported the Senate to the hilt. But now they want the money. They want the money. They want not only this money that they are being given by Parliament, they want the COVID money also.
They want the box.
Yeah, they want the box. But they don't want oversight. They don't want to account. What type of people are these? Woe unto them! And Madam Speaker, you know there's an article in the Constitution, Article 104, where you can recall a member of Parliament. I am very proud to say that for these 10 years, I have not heard of any constituency where members of a particular constituency are calling for a recall of a member of the Senate. Not even once. But if you want to go by the number of impeachment motions that are waiting or have been posted, there are so many that I don't think we have even the capacity to deal with all of them, if at all they land here. So, in conclusion, Madam Speaker, I want to say that the governors should live up to the mandate and the job they were given. If they want money, they must be oversighted. If they think there's a crime committed by senators, they should go to Integrity House or Vigilant House or Uko Karibu na Karura Forest. They make a complaint. We are not above the law, but it cannot be an excuse for them to run away from oversight and audit by institutions of government. Thank you, Madam Speaker.